go live to Moscow and Vladimir Matias. He is managing director of Goetzpartners Russia. So thanks very much for joining us, Vladimir.
Good morning.
Do you think we are actually going to see a significant increase in the amount of oil that Russia exports to China because of this new pipeline?
Yes, indeed. This pipeline is basically having twofold goals. The one is just to open the window to the Asian Pacific region, and the second, or now we are talking about the first, in this respect, is to supply to China. The East Siberian pipeline is a source of diversification for Russian crude oil supplies and diversification from European direction and dependency on European buyers. Therefore, we do expect that the pipeline will be running and increasing its capacity, and also one of the branch of the pipeline is going directly to China. Russia has some concerns about supplying only to China because they don't want to be dependent too much on China. But again, up to 30 million tons will be going from crude oil from Russia will be going to China.
Now, Vladimir, at the moment, Russia actually only provides about 5% of the oil that China imports. That's significantly less than, say, Saudi Arabia.
Yes, of course. Saudi Arabia is, or Arabian countries, I would say, supplying to Asian Pacific region up to 70% of oil. And Russia, which is lying with its huge, vast resources, oil and gas resources in East Siberia, in West Siberia, they are supplying just 5 to 6%. This is a clear disbalance. Russia does want to supply more to China, and both countries, they need each other desperately. Russia as an export market, China is an export market, and China would like to supply finished goods to Russia. And here lies the Sino-Russian dilemma. Russia doesn't want to be a pure commodity supplier to China, and China would like to refine all the Russian commodities in China. So here's the game between Russia and China, who will be, let's say, producing finished goods. Russia,
right,
with its refineries, or China.
Now, Vladimir, just tell us more about Russia's motivations here. Why is it not happy just being a raw materials supplier to China? Is it concerned that perhaps it could lose some political importance if it just simply supplies these raw materials?
Yes, it has a clear economic and political motivation. Economically speaking, the value creation chain in commodities to finished goods, Russia understands that it has now the low level, being just a pure commodity or energy supplier to China, while China has modernized its economy during the last 20 to 25 years and is producing finished goods, being in the upper scale of the value creation. Therefore, Russia doesn't want to have Chinese players very strong, let's say, in the production of commodities of oil and gas and mining in Russia, but it does want to export Russian commodities to China, but not only commodities, but finished goods to China, being, for example, not just crude oil, but petrochemical products.
Got it. Vladimir Matias, thank you very much for joining us this morning.